AAPTAS Ayurveda. Reach Ayurveda to each.
CHARAKA for One Earth. First ever national level Ayurveda documentary film contest on behalf of Charaka Jayanti 2023. Organized by Team AAPTAS. Title sponsored by Ashtavaidyan Thaikattumos Vaidyaratnam Aushadashala Thrissur, Kerala. AAPTAS Ayurveda is a group of passionate Ayurveda Vaidyas and students constantly working to reach Ayurveda to each. Every year on Charaka Jayanti, we come up with a unique contest to motivate our Ayurveda youth and promote thoughts of Acharya Charaka. This year, we are organizing a national level Ayurveda documentary film contest as Charaka for One Earth, which is unique and first of its kind in the field of Ayurveda.
Hi, this is no one from the planet Earth. From a child to the old age, everyone would like to see the Earth as a green planet. Even the globe look attractive when it is ornamented with green dense forest. Yes, the Earth is tremendously attractive when it looks green. But from where this green has come? What is the source? It is the matter of concern now. Yes, it's beneath our foot. It is the soil, the care of address for all living things.
Hi everyone, this is Ravi Kumar. You will be with me throughout the journey from soil till soil. Soil being a primary source for all the living beings' health, but it has been neglected when it comes to the health of soil. In this journey, you will be witnessing all the aspects of health of soil, like various field visits and experts' opinion. So let's start the journey.
Namaste. The soil do not spoil. As you all know, we are what we eat. Acharya Charaka quotes, Ahara Sambhavam Vastu Rogasya Ahara Sambhavaha, which means the origin of life and diseases is food. The quality of food we eat and the water we drink depends on the quality of soil where we live. Like air and water pollution, soil pollution is equally hazardous and threatens the human health and environment. Soil contamination due to heavy metals like lead, zinc, cadmium, nickel, copper, etc. from industrial waste entering plants then goes through the food chain and ultimately endangers human health, which may lead to gene mutation that is explained as Santana dosha in Charaka Samhita. In Ayurveda, this concept of soil pollution, that is Vikruta Desha, is explained in the chapter of Janapadodhwamsaniya. Vikruta Desha is one of the common factors which affect the mass population. Vikruta Desha or the polluted soil leads to reduction in quality of food as well as reduction of Rasa Guna Vire Vipaka of medicinal plants and trees. During Janapadodhwamsa, common population or the whole community of particular region or a country will suffer from single disease. Coming to the causes, the root cause of initiation of these factors is adharma, that is purvakrita asatkarma, and the source of this is intellectual error or the prajna aparadha. These causes lead
In the
to
present
environmental
scenario,
calamities like
we can correlate these causative factors as for pragnaparada, improper waste disposal, excess usage of pesticides and chemical fertilizers, for shastra prabhava, the biggest nightmare to the world, that is atomic bombs, which were dropped on Japan in 1945, killed and named hundreds of thousands of people, and their effects are still being felt today. For Bhuta Sangha, the best example is COVID-19 and now the pink eye. These are the two most familiar pandemic to the mankind. For Lupta Dharma, not following the concerned ethics, for example, illegal mining, illegal nuclear weapon threats, even the excess use of chemical fertilizers. All these factors look different, but they are interconnected and their effect is a disaster.
Namaste. Soil not spoil. They would like to share about the importance of land or soil, its pollution.
The expert
and its
also
consequences.
opines that key activities to prevent soil pollution are encourage organic farming, farmer training and awareness raising, encourage putting in place of good agricultural practices, reducing pesticide and fertilizer dependence, encourage the use of chemical-free organic fertilizers, develop necessary legislation on soil pollution control, proper waste treatment. In Ayurveda, this concept of soil pollution, that is Vikrita Desha, is explained in the chapter of Janapadodhwamsaniya. Vikrita Desha is one of the common factors which affect the mass population. Vikrita Desha or polluted soil leads to reduction in quality of food as well as reduction of rasa, guna, virya, vipaka of medicinal plants and trees.
Charaka has quoted as Vatat Jalam, Jalat Desham, Deshat Kalam, Sabhavata. So likewise, if you consider Vayu, Jala and Desha and Kala, so among these, Desha, that is soil, is considered the second factor among the Janapadodhwamsaniya.
That is the second most
Second most important factor.
Here we have an Ayurveda physician, Dr. Manjunath Sajjan, who is a doctor by profession and a farmer by passion, who is doing organic farming along with his brother at his native. He shared his experience in organic farming by giving the details of use of organic fertilizers and their preparation and usage. He shared his opinion on the difference between organic and inorganic farming, that initially he had economical difficulties with the yield and investment, but as the time progressed, he was very much satisfied with what he is doing. Being a farmer, he quotes, "Soil is like his mother, and all these days, without knowing the facts, though our mother is serving us the food, but we, in search of money and commercialization, were feeding our mother earth with poison. Is such a shame." Yes, he was right. At last, Dr. Manjunath explains the impact of such poor agricultural practices on the future generations.
ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೋದಲ್ಲ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಪ್ರಾಮುಖ್ಯತೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ
ಸರ್? ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಲ್ಲ ನೀವು, ಮಣ್ಣು ಭೂಮಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಮೃದುವಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಇದು ಮಣ್ಣು ಎಷ್ಟು ಮುಖ್ಯನೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು. ಮಣ್ಣಿಂದ ಬೆಳೆಗಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಕೂಡ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಮಣ್ಣಲ್ಲೇ ಅಡಿಗೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಮಣ್ಣಲ್ಲೇ
ನೋಡಿ. ಇದು ಮಣ್ಣು ನಾವೆಷ್ಟು ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದಲ್ಲಿ ಫಲವತ್ತತೆಯನ್ನು maintain ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಆ ಫಲವತ್ತತೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮುಂದೆ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗೂ ನಾವು ಆ ಫಲವತ್ತತೆಯಿಂದ ಬೆಳೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನು ಪಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅದೇ ಬೆಳೆಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡಿಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಬರುವಂಥ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನಾವು ಬೆಳೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಅದರದ್ದು ಉತ್ಪನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೇಕಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಭೂಮಿ ಹಾಳಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಹಾಳಾಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಸುಮಾರು ಇವಾಗ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಈ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳು ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ದಿನಪ್ರತಿ ನಾವು ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಮೊದಲು ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಥ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳು ಕೇಳ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತು ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇಂಥ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂತ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳು, ಕೊಬ್ಬಿನಾಂಶದಂಥ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳು, ಬಿ ಪಿ ಅಂತ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳು, ಇವತ್ತು ಶುಗರ್ನಂಥ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ರೈತನಾಗಿ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಫಲವತ್ತತೆಯನ್ನು ಕಾಯ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಹಾಗೆ ಫಲವತ್ತತೆಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಆರೋಗ್ಯದ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈ ದುಡ್ಡು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಫಲವತ್ತತೆ ಆದಂಥ ಮಣ್ಣಿಂದ ಬರುವಂಥ ಆದಾಯ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅದು ಬರುವಂಥ ಬೆಳೆಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಮಣ್ಣನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಮಣ್ಣಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಮಣ್ಣನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಫಲವತ್ತಾದಂಥ ಮಣ್ಣನ್ನು ಪಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡುಕಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳು ಬರೋ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆ.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾವು ಮಣ್ಣನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮಣ್ಣು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಮಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಮಣ್ಣಾಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ.
ಮಣ್ಣಾಗ
Hi, good morning. I am Dr. Mankesh Patil, ex-professor of plant pathology in UAS Raichur. It is a very prime duty of every farmer, producer or consumer to save the soil, because while producing the crops, farmer has to make it contended that soil should not be disturbed at any cost, because they do add fertilizers, pesticides and so many other biostimulants for the health of the crop. But while putting it, they hardly consider the concentration, the dosage and the type of the chemical they are putting into soil. So where the unnecessary dumping of chemicals into soil, it will lead to the pollution and the contamination of the soil. Once it goes to soil, it will enter the air, it will enter the water, and also it enter the crust. So this way the soil abuse takes place. So it is better to judge the right input for the right cultivation of the crop. That means farmer has to make a choice regarding organic agriculture, regenerative agriculture or conservation agriculture, permaculture. There are so many aspects which can restore the soil health. At the same time, environmental balance will be there, because environment belongs to soil to space. So all these three structures must be maintained very well with the better package of practices. Otherwise, one day we will be left with only RTC documents of the soil rather than soil life itself, because soil is a life for everybody. Once the soil acts as a magnet, whatever you put to soil, it will give back in the same form. Just like it gives food, it gives medicine, it gives minerals, it gives whatnot. So one must be very careful, either the farmer or the consumer. It is the duty of everybody that to protect the soil. Otherwise, no, if soil is not there, then there is no oil for this life. So try to protect the soil and don't spoil it. This is the message I wish to give.
Hello everyone. Today we are with our director sir, Dr. Praveen Kumar, SSMC Koppal. Sir, I like to ask that how the soil pollution in today's era causing the effect on Ayurvedic medicines.
Good question, Mr. Ravi. As we believe, the people of Ayurveda believe, the four important aspects which are going to play a big role in the general health or the larger population scale. That is, they are the soil, and the water, air, and fourth one is like desha, what we consider, or even we can consider the season also. Seasonal effect also will be having a lot of influence on all the corners on the health of the population. So while coming to the soil, definitely like soil plays a very important role in various areas. So not only if we consider Ayurveda medicines, even definitely on even whatever the food grains we receive from the farmers, and whatever the all food sorts of things we receive for the farmers and which are edible. So if that kind of soil gets polluted, then definitely, so how we can expect all the unwanted chemicals may end up into the food grains, unwanted chemicals may enter into even vegetables also. In the same way, so here the medicinal plants, so definitely they will be getting their energy from soil. Yes, of course, medicinal plants will be having their own properties, Virya Guna and all. So it needs a very good. So even Ayurveda believes that. So we should collect the medicinal plants from a fortified soil or fortified land. That is simply because if we collect the medicinal plants from fortified or the very good soil, then definitely the strength of medicine will be doubled, or it will retain all its qualities. In the same fashion, so if we collect the medicines from the polluted soil, so then definitely all the pollutants from the soil will enter into the medicinal plants, and that may even go into the patients or even public health or public body. Then definitely it may end up into the scaring things are the large number of disorders. Soil do not spoil.
When we look back into the history, an expert opined that every war will have a strong cause, like the theft of knowledge by Hiranyaksha in Krita Yuga, for which Lord Vishnu took Varaha Avatara, the theft of Sita by Ravana in Treta Yuga, for which Lord Vishnu took Rama Avatara, and for a piece of land, Kauravas and Pandavas in Dwapara Yuga, for which Lord Vishnu took Krishna Avatara. And now it is an alarm to the mankind that we should not make a morsel of food as the cause for Yugantya.
Subscribe and share this video to all and join hands with us to reach Ayurveda to each.